Good day, everyone. My name is Janie Macias with the City of Albuquerque Department of Senior Affairs here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. My topic for today is a heart for volunteers. We love our volunteers. They are the backbone of many programs throughout the Department of Senior Affairs. Volunteers serve in countless ways to assist staff and others and members in our senior centers and multi-generational centers. Today I would like to spotlight a great volunteer that has given of her time, her talent, and also countless hours to the Rsvp Program, which is a retired senior volunteer program for the Department of Senior Affairs. Please help me welcome our Heart for Volunteer guest, Ms. Beatriz Romero. Welcome, Ms. Beatriz Romero.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I would like to start by saying thank you for your dedication and having a heart for volunteers. I would like to ask you a few questions, if that's all right with you.
Yes.
Okay, so please tell me about yourself, your family, hobbies, and fun facts about you.
I've worked in the medical field 35 years and very busy years. I have a heart for children and I have a heart for the seniors, and that's where I volunteer the most. Anything involved with them, I am part of. I have a daughter who's an RN right now, and she is also doing nursing in the medical field. I have a husband of 54 years, and I have their support in everything that I do.
Thank you, Ms. B. How did you learn about the Rsvp program?
Before I retired in 2016, I was already looking for something to do, something to stay involved with, and since you're already busy, I didn't want to stay home. I wanted to stay busy. I looked for Rsvp. I was able to come and put in an application. And I knew I was going to be busy in whatever they needed.
Okay, and why did you become a volunteer?
I've always been involved with children, and through APS, the school system needs help, and I've always been interested in the seniors and their well-being. Medically, visitations, and being available to them. They have so much to share.
Yes, they do. And please tell me of the places that you've had the privilege to volunteer for the Department of Senior Affairs.
I started at Padaluro. They, at that time, had a gift shop. I went into the gift shop and the manager asked me if I would be willing to put in some hours and volunteer to help out. Their staff were having medical problems, so I was able to work from 8 to 12, and I stayed with them about a year and a half, and we were also doing field trips.
Okay, so when you stopped volunteering at Padaluro, what are the places that you volunteer at?
After being at Padaluro, I went to North Valley part-time, and I also went to Barelas part-time. I would do North Valley on Wednesday mornings. We set up, they had a flea market. We set up a table and we were selling items at a friend. who is selling items on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, we do the same thing at Varela's Senior Center. So I was able to meet a lot of friends. I enjoyed the music. They had live music, and the seniors would have their dances at the same time. So I enjoyed watching them and have them enjoy themselves having a good time.
Okay, and you were helping a friend, so you didn't make any money being a volunteer, correct?
No, she
Okay.
was selling items for her income.
Okay. And after that, did you volunteer at any other places?
After that, I went to North Domingo Baca. North Domingo Baca, I was working from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I would help at the front desk answering the phones, helping folks, directing them to classes. It's a big facility. They have a lot of classrooms. I was able to help them with their applications to become a member. That took time, and I also met Janie Macias. She was doing the after-school program. I was involved with the children after school. I would check in the child and check them out. Met a lot of the families, the parents. We assisted with projects. We had classes for them. We stayed very busy, extremely busy, but it was a fun time.
Okay, so North Domingo Baca is a multi-generational center, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so did you help with the seniors at all?
Yes, we had special events. We had, one I can remember is we had prom day, where the seniors were to celebrate their proms. The ones that did have a prom back then and the ones that did not. They were able to dress up. We had special music for them. We had all the hall was decorated. And we also invited the children to be part of that. Some of the young boys and girls came dressed up. They were also dancing with the seniors. And we stayed busy with many events.
So were these the children that were going to be, that were in 5th grade, that were getting ready to go, they weren't going to be in the program anymore, correct?
Correct. It was a wonderful program because some of those could not afford daycare. The parents have several children, and we also fed them. We fed them a lunch, and we kept them busy with activities.
Okay, and can you tell me about an aspect of a volunteer experience that you really enjoyed?
Well, since I stayed so busy working, I would think of this events and field trips as a child would going on a field trip themselves from school. So I was able to go to field trips in the city and outside of the city. And I felt like I was an overseer to help out the seniors, make sure we stayed all together, make sure they were okay during the whole trip, and keep them safe.
Why do you think this volunteer opportunity is a good match for you?
I am the type of person that needs to be involved. I need friendships and personalities, and I've had many friends that I've had for 20, 30 years, and I want to keep that. I'm also recruiting other volunteers. When they come into the centers, I tell them about Rsvp. Please join us and what needs to be done. And I like to think of volunteer as an extra hand. Everywhere you go, we always need an extra hand in order to keep things situated. In any area, we have a long list of areas in the city that need volunteers. And there's a website, it's cabq.gov. And if you're interested, there's a lot to do.
Okay, and what is the greatest achievement as a volunteer that you have experienced?
I enjoy talking to the seniors. They have so much to share, information about their lives, how hard they've worked, how lonely it can be. So I could easily be talking to them for hours. I did not have grandparents, so I'm attracted to them and making friendships, lasting friendships.
So before the pandemic, it's almost a year. Where were you volunteering before the pandemic?
I was here at Highland Senior Center the month of March. It's going to be a year now. We were getting ready to do the taxes. We had started calling folks to make appointments to get their taxes done. And when they closed down, I felt for the seniors that would be alone. And my heart went out to them. And we do miss the human conversation, the human touch. And I was more concerned about them. And I'm so happy to be back. We're doing taxes again. We started this month. And our seniors are so grateful for the program.
And before the pandemic, you were also volunteering here with our intergenerational program that we had with our children from the Media Arts School. And what role did you play in that?
We met with our preteens. They were excited to be here. We were excited to receive them. We spent about an hour, 2 hours with them, and they interviewed us. What was our history? What was our story? And they drew, it was an art class, so they drew pictures on all about our stories, our life in general. And we were, in return, sharing some words of wisdom with them. Acts of kindness. Don't be a bully. Be a blessing to your families. Help your brothers and sisters. And it was the best time ever to work with the young people.
Yes, and it was. The children had a lot to learn from all the seniors, and I'm sure all the seniors learned a lot. This was a 6-week program that we had, and now that you're back volunteering, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to come and take wellness checks, take the temperatures. It hasn't been easy. You've also made numerous phone calls to assure the seniors that we hadn't forgot about them. And how did you feel making those phone calls to the seniors?
They were so grateful receiving the phone call and sharing their day with us and having a conversation and having that contact phone call and sharing that they missed us and to say hello to everyone in the staff, and that one day soon we would be back together like we used to be before.
Okay, what advice would you give to those considering volunteering?
Volunteering can be a lot of fun. It's not hard work. It's just putting in the time. It can be an hour, 2 hours. whatever is convenient for the volunteers. And the day goes by pretty fast, and it's very rewarding. Everything that we do is very rewarding.
Thank you, Ms. Beatrice Romero, for having a heart for volunteers. Thank you so much. From the Department of Senior Affairs, from Highland Senior Center here in Albuquerque, we thank you, and all the volunteers that are helping us and have helped us throughout the years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, you're welcome.